Dude, I have one of my foremen at work burps unbelievably loud and long every single day. I mean, like 5 second, the loudest burp you've ever heard in your entire fucking life. Every day, at least once.
Like, okay, like the movie Elf when he chugs that 2 liter of Coca-Cola.
Like that.
That's a good
every
burp
single
example.
day.
Dude,
I almost feel like there's something maybe wrong with him.
you ever find it a little repulsive? Where you're like, dude, that's kind of fucked up.
No, I'm impressed every day. Every single time it happens, I get more impressed.
I think when it comes to burps, that's where I'm the most sexist. Is if a guy has a really nice burp, I'm like, fuck yeah, that's impressive. If a girl burps in front of me, I'm like, yo, get some manners, girl. What the fuck?
I thought it was weird for a while. I guess I always hated on it, but Brooke burps in front of me all the time now, and I just think it's funny.
You'll get past that.
It's just it's that weird, like, you get to that comfortability stage where it's like, I mean, now it's just like, I'll still give her shit about it, but she can do it, and I think it's funny.
If it's a cute little burp, just...
But not like a big, dirty belch.
If it's a a belch, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's gross.
That's when it's like, what the fuck?
How do you guys view your significant others just ripping ass?
Well, considering I've never had one, I don't think I'm the best judge, but I mean, I rip a lot of ass, bro. I think I, as a person, just have to accept it, because I'm going to be doing it. Right. And if I'm weird about it, who am I? A fucking hypocrite?
You got to live and you got to let live.
I drop ass loud and often.
You drop ass. That makes me think that you just like straight up just shit your pants.
I do it in front of Brooke loud and often, and she always yells at me for it. And I've never once heard her fart. I try and catch her. One time, I swear to God, I was in the fucking kitchen, and she was in the bathroom, completely separate, other ends of the house, and I thought I heard a fart, and I literally ran in there, and I was like, did you just fucking fart? And she's like, no. I'm like, lying ass motherfucker, I know you did. I know you farted. I want to catch her.
I know I smell it.
I want to catch her, but I just can't.
Well, in honor of burps and farting, let's take a Jagbomb.
I agree. Here's the thing. I actually choose to not. It's a weird thing in my relationship. I got to the point where I was comfortable with passing a little gas in front of Taylor. And then all of a sudden it got to a point where I wasn't comfortable passing gas in front of Taylor because my wife has no chill. Like, she will call my ass out no matter where we are at.
She'll just come at you.
We're in a packed restaurant and I got a stomachache and I just have to let one squeak out. And she gets a whiff of that. She's screaming it. Are you fucking serious? In here? In this restaurant? You just want everyone to smell your shit?
Oh, Jesus.
That would literally be what she would be saying.
That's traumatic is what that is.
Dude, I've experienced it. Like, I've been in a big group of people with Cody, and he'll fart. Like, no one noticed. We were outside one time. No one noticed. No one gave a fuck. And she's like, Jesus Christ, Cody, what is wrong with you? All of our friends are here, and you're just ripping ass.
She's like, you're just going to dump on your friends.
Hey,
that's
in honor
so funny, man.
of ripping ass.
Hey, here's the burps and farts.
Cheers. Burps and farts. Long live the B's and the F's.
I usually like my egg chilled a little bit.
Yeah, that was fucking kind of gross.
Not great.
Wasn't as bad as a fucking dead Nazi, I'll tell you that.
It was not.
God.
Welcome back to another episode of On Tap. We are one boy short of a full boy conglomerate here. We have me, Cody, Sam, and Mitch. AKA, what was his nickname? What was the fans calling him?
Kyle Rittenhouse.
What?
Shout out
what
Kyle
are you talking?
Rittenhouse.
No.
Dude, the fans speak.
I got called Kyle Rittenhouse in the comments.
Mm-hmm. I frequently get called Andy Milonakis, which I own. I love that man with all my heart. When I had the long hair, dude, I was Andy Milonakis' twin. Dude. There are people to this day that when I first met them, when I was like going to parties or whatever, where they start calling me Andy Milonakis, and they have not dropped it yet. Shout out Blake Cook. Fuck you. Drop it.
Unfucking believable.
You got any similarities? Anyone ever compare you to anyone?
I get Mike Posner a lot.
Oh, yeah, right, dude. Mike Posner.
I do.
You bullshit.
I get Mike
yeah,
Posner
people call me Brad Pitt all the time.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Other than those two, really nothing.
There was a period when I was at this job that I'm at now, and I shaved my beard, and I had a shitty little mustache like Cody does. And this one guy that I had never met before, we had worked an outage overnight, and he walks up, and he's just like, "What's up, Posty?" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, what's up, Posty? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, you look like a shitty Post Malone without the tattoos. And I was like, Jesus, cool. Nice to meet you too, buddy. What's your fucking
you
name?
seem like a good guy.
Nope, Malone. Shit.
Pre-Malone.
I've got compared to Harry Styles a lot. Justin Bieber. I get that one. You see that?
Maybe when you had long hair.
True.
The hair, you had the what do they call the Bieber swoosh.
flow.
Dude, I never had no fucking Bieber flip.
Yeah,
you got the
did.
Bieber flip
No,
right
I
now.
didn't, dude. I never could flip. I wished I would have killed somebody if I could flip my hair. My hair just didn't work that way. I know
Like-
you had a little fucking hair flip. Don't
I
fucking
did. I
don't
did.
sit here and act all cool and
Yeah, but
naive.
I owned a skateboard. You were just kind of a poser.
I had a ripstick,
shit,
bro.
dude.
Oh,
I fucking ripsticked every day, dude.
you might as well have a fucking
You were too fucking
My Little Pony
stupid
scooter.
and unathletic to get on the ripstick, so you had to drive a fucking 4-wheeled skateboard. I was
Yeah.
ripping too.
That is a good point. You
It's
think
a
it
great
takes
point.
better stability to ride a ripstick?
100%.
I was literally having a handful just on my own 2 feet, so I just never really tried to get on anything with fucking wheels.
Exactly. And that's
I was
the problem.
fighting hard enough as it was to just stay upright.
And that's one thing that you kids will learn one day is that, the more you do these sports, the older you get, the shorter or the longer it takes to recover. And that's why I don't skateboard anymore. So I would take up something wimpy like ripsticking.
Dude, you could still skateboard, bro. I want you to get back on the board.
I would love to. I could burn some LBs.
You're gonna have to teach your son at some point. You better get back on it, brother.
I'm so scared. So scared of that. Because like that first couple times that I'm teaching him how to drop in, I'm just going to eat shit right in front of him. Then I got to pretend it doesn't hurt. And
He's gonna think his dad's a fucking pussy. Can't
I'm going to
skate.
start crying. He's going to start crying.
Do you guys have any good? I can't think of one right now. Do you have any good stories of like your dad trying to show you something and really fucking it up?
Dude, my dad was like the worst teacher of all time. It basically went, here's what you have to do. I'll explain it one time. If you don't get it right the first time, I'm going to freak the fuck out and do it myself.
That's exactly how my dad was too.
Dude, and this is my fault at this point, but I still don't know how to back in a trailer because my dad tried to teach me at least 10 times. If I didn't get it in the first 10 seconds, get the fuck out. I'm fucking doing
Dude, the
it.
beauty of learning how to back in a trailer, and I don't know if Cody, if you have this same feeling, but you get yelled at on how to back in a trailer for the first 5 years of trying to do it. Once you finally get a hold of it, the second you know how to back in a trailer good, the first thing you want to do is yell at someone else for not knowing how to fucking do it. I do it at work all the time. If I see someone fuck it up,
it's
I'm the
frustrating.
first one to make fun of them, and I got made fun of for so long. Like, I need to do it now.
Be like, you don't even know how to back in a
I
trailer.
need to shit on them, even though I maybe got
puss.
good at it like 2 years ago, and I'm just like, fucking, you're an idiot. I can't believe you'd ever
Right.
fuck it up.
It is sort of a rite of passage in a
Oh,
way.
yeah.
It's
for
definitely
sure.
a man flex.
Yeah.
Especially when you're getting a little older and you finally have something that you're pulling, and people be like, huh, you don't know how to back up a trailer? What do you fucking have a mom?
Especially if you can just like butter it in there, no fucking readjust. If you're just perfect with it, that's like, that guy has seen some shit. That guy knows what the fuck's going on.
What do you mean you have a mom? You're saying like because you have a mom, you don't know how to back up a trailer?
Dude, that's my problem, bro. I thought that was everybody's issue.
If you have a mom, you're shitty at backing up a trailer.
I think that's the math.
That makes sense.
Pretty
to
sure
me.
it works out that way.
I would say that makes sense. You guys ever gone through any hazing rituals when it comes to work?
I live my life in a hazing ritual.
I suppose.
That's what being an apprentice lineman is just 4 years of not like hazing, but like you're a fucking idiot. Like every time you touch something,
Yeah.
if you don't do it perfect, you get made fun of for it.
You're getting bullied, but you're not getting the broomstick in the ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You're not getting assaulted,
Right.
but you're definitely you're the butt of 90% of the joke.
That makes sense.
Every
and
day.
then as soon as there's a new guy,
Exactly.
Then
And you
that shifts
kind of
from you to
progress,
him.
but like overall it's like it doesn't matter if you're a first step apprentice or a 7-step apprentice. The journeyman and the foreman are going to fuck with you.
right.
That's the way of the world. And some kids can't handle that, but like that's kind of the way of the world. And when you're a 4-step apprentice, you get to shit on all the 1st-step apprentices and it feels great. It's so fun to finally give it back to someone, which is fucked up because it just continues the cycle,
But there is a fine line because I have been in a situation like when I worked at Sears, that was like the main thing was like there was an in crowd.
You just picked the lamest fucking.
They were
place.
clicky? Are you saying they were clicky?
Super clicky, right?
Yeah.
So like even if you were the new guy, that as long as you were cool, you could still pick on the other new people, and you were kind of in.
Yeah, that's like, so like I work, like I say I get bullied and made fun of, whatever. Like at the end of the day, I know the guys are my buddies and I know they're on my side, but they fuck with me 8 of the 10 hours of the day. But I know at the end of the day, like if you really sat down and asked them an honest question, like Mitch is a good dude, or I would say they're good dudes. Like I know they don't mean it.
You ever actually get like upset where it bothers you and you show it, or are you really good at hiding it, or does nothing?
It's been a
get
long time. It takes so much. Like, and I think that's the reason that they do it. A lot of guys, they want you to like, they want to see how far they can fucking push it, you know, and they'll try. They really will try, and like, and if you break early, it makes your life 10 times worse.
Oh, right.
'Cause if you
100%.
fucking push back, it's like now they actually don't like you.
Dude, the whole bully theory of like, if someone's messing with you and you stand up to them, they're gonna go on to the next guy or whatever. You know, parents are always telling you
Completely
stand.
incorrect.
Dude, I completely
That's a
disagree with you.
fucking lie.
I think that's completely correct. I think if somebody is fucking with you and you give them what they want, they're gonna come back every time.
Oh,
But if
for
you're
sure.
like, fuck you, fat ass, or something, you know,
Yeah.
fucking come back at them, they're like, shit, I'm gonna go find some other twerp and I'm gonna go fuck with them.
It's
now.
like that. I've also worked with guys that they actually will be a genuine fucking asshole and not like you until you start like actually barking back at them. Like they'll be a douchebag to you until you're a douchebag back, and then they want to be your best fucking friend, which is a super weird dynamic.
It's the respect thing.
But
dude.
the one thing that I did learn, what my theory is on it is that like a lot of these guys have seen how many, you know, they're 50 years old. How many 20-year-old shitheads have they seen come in and work with them? And they're gone within 6 months, you know?
Right.
Why would I want to build a relationship with this little fucking asshole if I know he's going to leave?
Yeah.
Right? So they're going to fuck with you and not want to be your friend. And then maybe if you stick around, then they're like, all right, well, maybe he's not fucking too bad. And especially if you start giving it back to him and
Right.
showing that, like, you know, if you can, it's funny, like if you can yell back, if you have the balls to yell back, it's almost like they have some respect for you.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because they're like, they see all these little twerps coming in that just kind of shut down.
Yeah.
And then they're gone.
But it's to a point as well. Like you can't go in on the first day and someone starts fucking with you and you just throw it back in their face. That's not going to work out well for you.
No,
Then
you almost got to
then
acknowledge.
everyone's not going to like you because then you're a bigger shithead.
You almost got to play it in a way where it's like, I know you are the superior one, but I'm not going to take your shit.
Yeah.
You know, like you got to still give them their credit.
You have to like give them, you know, let them get to that point a little bit and then be like, there's a certain line where they need to cross with you where it's like, all right, here's the deal. Like, I get that I'm lower than you and you can fuck with me a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'm not your bitch. Like, I'm a full grown man.
Respectfully.
You can't just make me like, I'm not your bitch. I will never be your bitch.
Well, that's the thing. You ever had a job site bitch? Where you're just
Yeah.
like, this guy's on the site. I know for a fact I'm not grabbing one material all day. I know for a fact I'm not grabbing one tool all day.
Yeah.
grabbing
Everyone
my
has
shit.
worked with that
It's the
fucking guy.
best having the team bitch. Like everybody knows the shittiest task that there is, that person's doing it.
It's
No
usually
question.
the newest guy, but it can be like, you know, the most beta guy.
Some guys
also.
get themselves stuck in that position. Like there's a guy who's like worked with you for 6 months and he's been the bitch for 6 months and you get a new guy in
and he's still
and
the
his assumption is like, oh, finally they're gonna fuck with the new guy, and then the new guy's right over his head the next day,
Yeah.
and he's like, what the fuck?
It all comes down to how cool the new guy is. Like,
Dude, oh yeah,
there's
It's
so
a-
many different ways to play things socially. Like you said, you can't get mad right away, but you can't attack them right away. You have to figure out that middle ground.
It's a
of
really
like,
weird dynamic that like it's so you'd either just figure it out or you don't, you know?
Right.
Because there's some guys that just never figure it out.
just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think part of it was my dad just giving me so much shit as a kid. I learned, and if I complained or bitched to him,
Right.
he'd be like, "You got to learn how to take shit. If you're gonna give shit, you got to learn how to take it." And that's about as true as it gets.
Yeah.
That nothing bothers me more than a guy that can give shit all day. He's the best at it, quick with it. Then as soon as you get them good, they want to either fight you or they shut down or they leave, whatever.
Yeah.
They can't take the shit. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, well, I've worked with guys like that before that they are superior to you, like job wise. You know, they're your journeyman or they're your foreman or whatever, and they'll fuck with you, and you give them any sort of pushback, like as a joke, not even being serious, and they're like, oh yeah, well, why don't you go clean the fucking trash on my goddamn truck then?
And then you're getting
like,
punished.
really, dude? Like, I'm fucking joking with you. Like, you fuck with me all day, and I can't fuck with you once back.
You get the trash duty.
Yeah, exactly. Like, or I mean, just any shit. Like, why don't you go dig a fucking hole over there then? Like, just, they'll just give you the shittiest job because you fucked with them back one time. And it's like, I don't know. Whatever. It's life, but
it is what it is. If you were in a position where you own your own company, are you what degree are you allowing people to fuck with each other? Because at a certain point, it becomes toxic as hell.
Yeah, I feel like you have to put an end to it at a certain point. If it's affecting the workflow, if people aren't wanting to come in anymore, you have to put a stop to it. But I think as a boss, if you stop that shit in the beginning and you don't let people have fun, fuck with each other, then you're doing it wrong. People gotta fuck with each other. It's the best way to make time go fast. It's the best way to make true friends. It's my favorite part of the day. Every day on the job site, dude, I'm fucking with somebody.
Also, I feel like as the boss, though, at one point or another, you need to, like, put your foot down to your employees. Like, not in a shitty way, but at a certain point, they need to know at the end of the day you are the boss. Like, I'll sit here and I'll fuck with you guys and I'll have fun and I'll work with you guys and whatever. But at the end of the day, like, if we need to get this job done and I'm actually going to take it serious, then your guys start fucking with you, then you know you have a problem. At some point or another, they need to realize that you are in charge or that they are fucking with your money, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, like, don't have fun with your guys or just walk up to them and be an asshole or start fucking cracking the whip and telling them they need to get to fucking work.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, like when it does get to that point, if you see guys that are like all they're doing is having fun and they're not getting anything done, you need to have at least have a word with them about that.
Yeah, and I think there's another way that a boss can kind of get in trouble with how they treat their employees is certain jokes that they can make towards their employees that are never cool. Like I've had bosses where they're like, this is why you're not worth your $13 an hour or whatever. Like, if you bring money into it and you embarrass them in front of the rest of the crew as the boss, that's crossing a whole different line. I think as the boss, you got to watch what you say.
Yeah.
You can't, because at the end of the day, this is people's livelihood. This is their job. They hopefully take it seriously. This is how they pay their bills, supply their family. And you're just shitting on them, saying they're not worth their dollar, whatever. Like, that'll hurt a dude.
If you say shit like that, and like if it feels like there's some truth behind it, that's when it's really fucked up, But if it is just a genuine joke, like I remember when I worked for my stepdad, we had a guy that was working with us, and they were joking around, and I don't remember what the conversation was, but like my stepdad was just fucking with the guy. It was very obviously a joke, and he's like, yeah, I hire this guy on, fuck $20 an hour, and I get myself a $12 an hour employee. How the fuck does that work? And it was funny. Like, we all laughed.
Yeah.
But there is like a point where if it feels like there's any sort of truth behind that joke, then it's not funny anymore.
Dude, I have a buddy where he started working with like a masonry crew or something, or maybe landscaping, and one day his foreman was like, how much you get paid an hour? And he was like, oh, $22 an hour. And he's like, you ain't worth a fucking cent. Dude, that would kill me inside. If my boss said some shit like that to me, I don't think I'd be coming in
I would
the
just
next
shut
day.
down. Like,
Dude, that's some real shit.
Jesus Christ. Like,
Especially when
really,
everyone
not
else
one
is
penny?
laughing at you too. And you can't go back after them because it's the foreman.
Right.
So you just have to sit there and take it.
See, that's the beauty of like my job is there's like all the guys that I work for don't cut my paychecks. So you could crack that joke to me and I'd be like, yeah, joke's on you. I could fuck off all day and I'd still get paid the same. I don't know. But I get what you're saying. Like that's kind of fucked up. If it's the guy who cuts the paychecks that says that, then it hurts.
It's a little bit extra sting to it when your paycheck's getting signed by the same guy.
Dude, one thing that I really want to talk about today, I want to get back into is pyramid schemes, because lately that shit's been getting on my nerves. I've been seeing a lot of new local entrepreneurs posting about their little pyramid scheme, and that shit just drives me crazy, dude.
What do you think is the worst one?
What's the new one?
Well, I think the worst one or the top one is Amway. That one, Amway's huge. I've talked about it before, how like when I was in Bemidji State, they were all over it, dude.
I almost got sucked into it.
Really? You almost fell for
I
it?
signed up for it and everything, and then like it was. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was Memorial Day of like 2018, and I signed up like in. What is going on right now?
Fuck, dude, this place is falling apart.
You know Tyler's back when shit's getting broken. No, yeah, like I think I've told it on here before, but I legitimately have just almost got sucked into one. I signed up for it, everything, but it was Memorial Day, and I was like, immediately after signing it, I'm like, you know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to do it. I was so nervous, and the dude's like, oh, well, you can't back out now, and I'm like, no, back out now. I'm not doing it. Like, take me off everything.
Dude, I feel bad because the people that actually make money from the pyramid schemes are the people that know what they're doing. They're the ones that are taking advantage of the people that think like, oh, this is a great opportunity. I am going to make a bunch of money. But really, it's just that person talking them into signing up so they get their little bonus. And the whole way to make money is just recruit as much as possible.
Right.
I was telling TCAV this story earlier. That's what got me all heated up about it. So I got to the point where I was so sick of hearing from these people because, like, I don't know, maybe 5-6 reps had my number. They'd call me all the time.
Yes.
And I had a guy call, and he was, like, giving me his whole pitch, and I was like, I'm not going to lie, this sounds like a pyramid scheme.
Do they get pissed when you mention pyramid scheme?
He's like, sir, I really want to explain to you how this is not a pyramid scheme. I really think it would be beneficial for you and I. If we could just meet for one dinner, I think I could change your mind. And I was like, you know what? Sure, let's have a dinner. So the next day, I'm at work, whatever. He calls me. He's like, hey, just wanted to make sure we're on for dinner later. I'm like, yeah, we're all good. He's like, all right, sounds good. He reassured where we're meeting. A couple hours go by. It's about the end of work time. He texts me. He's like, all right, man, I'll be there at about 5. Can't wait to see ya. It's about 4:30. He calls me. He's like, yeah, I'm on the way. I'm like, hell yeah, man, me too. I'll be there soon. 5 o'clock comes. He's like, I'm sitting in the parking lot. You almost here yet? Like, yeah, yep. I'm about 5 minutes out. I'll be there soon. It was probably about a half hour after. He's like, dude, where are you? I'm like, sorry, man. Got caught in traffic. I'm just chilling at home. I'm like, this guy's got to learn a goddamn lesson. I'm going to make him waste his entire night. And we're going to fucking see how he likes recruiting now. And that was like my only fuck you to pyramid schemes I could give.
I have the best fuck you to a pyramid scheme. There was this guy that I went to college with that tried getting me in on one. And he did not remember that we knew each other from college. He thought we went to high school together. I still have the messages. He said, hey, Cody, I have been doing a really bad job about keeping up with my high school friends, and I've been trying to remedy that. How have you been? I knew right away that this man, for everyone who's just listening, I'm reading DMs on my phone from Facebook Messenger from 2020. And I said, hey, man, high school was rough. How have you been? Now I know. Like, I'm like, yeah. Okay, what is he trying to sell me at this point? Really great, actually. I'm up in Grand Forks now, works as an engineer and business owner. Where have you ended up? As soon as he says the words business owner, but doesn't say what business, that's how you know that it's some pyramid scheme, right?
Yeah, and he's on some bullshit after that.
Yeah, and then I explained to him, hey, I said, dang, man, that's sweet. I've been living in Tijuana selling rare geckos for side cash. I'm also a business owner. I've been spending summers in Pine City, Minnesota, but man, those geckos are good dough. Oh, geckos are good dough. He said, that's awesome. What's your business? The gecko biz, dude. There's huge money in this. It's actually a cool business model. I've got a couple of friends involved with it too. What we do is we catch them and sell them for a marked up rate. If I get other people in it, we all make a portion of what the person sells. For example, I got my buddy Tony in on it, in quotations, or in parentheses. He's been selling stuff his whole life, if you know what I mean. Whatever he sells, I get 10% of it. So he sells 10 geckos, $10,000. I get $1,000. Last month, we sold over 30 of these things. Their livers are apparently some super delicacy overseas. Would you maybe be interested in selling some up there if I ship them to you? I said, no, thank you. I'll stick with consumable goods. Plus, I'm really happy with what I'm building. I said, no problem. I get it. It can be scary to start. The normal startup is $3,500, but I can get it down to $1,200 if it's something you want to give a shot to. He said, allow me to comment from one business owner to another. Being pushy may get a sale now and then, but it will never gain the approval of others. And the more you do, the more it sounds like a sham. I said, dog, this ain't no sham. You ever had Goldschlager? I've got 20 bottles of the stuff now. That's good stuff. Real gold in it. What is your business about? Seriously, bro, I can get you in on this. I market for the Amway Corporation, of which is the largest network marketing corporation in the world, of which is also in network marketing.
Dude, this man has been through the ringer. He's hit his training.
Bro, I've heard of that before. That's good for you. I'm telling you, this gecko deal is going to blow up. With me being one of the top 10 sellers in the North American continent, it's been nuts. I've got 230 people below me right now that allow me to not do anything seriously, like not even sell these things. I sit by my pool table and slam vodka sodas now. It's awesome. You think Amway can let you do that in Tijuana? In the most respectful way possible. I don't mean for that to sound weird. I reread that and it sounded bad. I sell a regenerative amphibian that can regrow whole organs. An unlimited supply of money, dude. I'm talking big dough. 1,200 and you're in.
You went so hard on this, bro. I love it.
What were you doing where you had the time to come up with
I was
this?
actually with Tyler. Was I at Pool League or what was I doing? We were kind of drunk. I kind of had a buzz. I knew right away that this man was going to hit me with a sales pitch of some sort. But
is this how we're doing this right now?
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
This is the coming back.
Yeah, it was like a Wednesday night at Ryder's Bar. He was playing pool, and Cody's going back and forth with this guy, and we're just dying laughing in between everything, ripping shots and shit.
It goes even further than that. I almost just snapped my face with the
I just can't believe, like, your answers are so good too. Like, it's not
Dude, I
like you're
was
just
in it.
drunkenly fucking throwing it together.
He said, listen, man, again, from one network marketer to another, you are dangerously close to breaking several FTC laws. And frankly, you're being really unprofessional. I was just trying to have a normal conversation with you, but it seems it's not possible. And I said, what's the FTC thing about? Are you mad at me? We run everything through offshore accounts, so it's totally legal, dude. I wouldn't be telling you this if you weren't my real friend. Then I sent him just a Google stock image of a gecko. And I said, these things are ugly and there's a ton of money to be made. Okay, we can end the convo about geckos now. What have you been up to? Are you going to turn me in? We went to school together, bro. And he doesn't respond. I say his name. Sorry, I got involved in a game of spades with some other business owners. I'll talk later. I said, online? I said, no. I work with about 150 business owners just in Grand Forks alone. So some of us get together and play games. I said, nice. Have fun at spades, buddy. And then the next day at 9:56 p.m., hey, dude, just touching base. Would you be interested in joining my team? And then he says, what team?
Dude, I know you had this little buzz in your head when you realized you could fuck with the person.
Oh, yeah.
And you just went all out. I know that little feeling in the back of my head that's like, yup, go time. Let's let it fucking rip.
Yeah, one thing that I've known about Cody my whole life is that he is the greatest bullshitter there is. There's nothing that he can't talk about forever, and he has zero idea what he's talking about.
Dude, it's
the
insane.
amount of dedication that it takes to just the way he was typing that out. Like, I've never written that elaborate of a message to anyone in my life about something that I care about.
Yeah, something you're passionate about. And he's over here with geckos. I was literally just telling the story to my parents because I seen an iguana on the side of the road. And I told them, like, I'm going to take the fucking tail off this thing. You don't know what these bring in the black market. Like, this kid from, my God.
It's a regenerative amphibian, dude. An unlimited amount of money.
Renewable resource, dude. Imagine if they made paper bags out of an iguana tail.
Exactly.
Dude, that would be insane.
That's a renewable resource and a half. We've just solved the world's energy crisis. We start cooking up these burning iguana tails. How fast can they grow them? Jamie,
I don't know.
Yeah, fuck coal.
how fast can they
Start burning iguana tails.
How fast can Tijuanas grow chicken fights or iguanas grow their tails? One of the two.
How about we just send like 1,000 iguanas to Africa and just solve the world hunger problem? Just keep.
They can just eat
tails.
Are
Too
iguanas
simple.
tasty?
It takes up to 2 years for an iguana tail to grow back.
Okay.
So if we had a lot of them and we
Yeah.
harvested at certain times, we could make it work.
You could.
It's just you just have to be on a strict schedule. You have to know exactly when you're going to take certain tails. You have to put them in certain
Iguanas are
pens.
super invasive. Anyway, there's probably already a shitload of them that we don't have in captivity, right? Aren't
There's a lot of wild ones. I mean, shit, I seen like 20 last week.
Aren't they super like bad invasive though? Like, don't they breed like fucking crazy?
I don't know.
Yeah, they are invasive to Florida. I know that.
They're pretty sick looking though.
They are pretty
Like,
sick
I mean,
looking.
if we're gonna have an invasive species, iguana is one I'm cool with. Like, what do? They don't fuck with anybody.
I can't remember what the name of it. What was that prehistoric iguana thing that was like fucking 10 feet tall? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, dude.
There was
I know
like
what
this
you're talking about.
crazy looking
The
Komodo
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
dragon.
Komodo dragon. I thought it's Komodo dragon.
Those are still
Komodo
thing.
dragons are still
Yeah.
alive, aren't they?
Yeah, but I thought they were like a dinosaur.
Just a prehistoric version of them.
Oh.
I'm talking, there was one that was like huge, like
I thought that's what you're talking about. So I'm
apex
lost.
predator.
Okay.
Anyways,
You're
I don't remember
talking
the
like
name.
a fossil.
Like
found.
Godzilla?
Old shit.
Kind of.
Isn't
Yeah.
Mothra?
that what a Komodo dragon is? Just like times 1,000.
Well, they don't walk on 2 feet. Komodo dragons don't walk.
Yeah,
on 2 feet.
Godzilla also isn't fucking real.
That you know of.
Hey, that's true. That's true, bro. For all I know, China could be hiding that shit from us.
He could walk out of the ocean at any point and just absolutely fuck up Tokyo right now.
What's your attack strategy if we had like some special giant being attacking us, and it's up to you. You have to save us. Pine City's under attack. Your son is in the house. You have to protect him. He's standing right in front of your house, and it's go time. What are you thinking?
Go Gadget force field,
That's the best play I could have thought of.
and then I'm safe. You know, that's it.
It's a good call.
Do you think maybe you could like grab Lincoln, bring him into the closet, and call him by the wrong name?
Listen, brother, there's nothing that my son's gonna ever be in a closet. I can tell you that.
Because Cody,
I'm already gonna stop that thought process right there.
Cody,
brother.
Cody told me the story off camera, and it was the funniest story I've ever heard in my fucking life, and I need everybody in the world to hear it. Will you please tell your dream story? It'll just make my day.
with Taylor.
Yes.
You're saying?
Please, God.
So I sleepwalk. I'm just going to say that. I sleepwalk. And it's this weird thing where I'm in this state where, like, I'm totally coherent. I know what's going on. My cognitive ability is all there. But my idea of reality is just totally different. And I woke up from this dream, and I swear to God, the dream was I was in this war. And I wake up, and I think I'm still in this war, essentially. I'm home. I know I'm home. But immediately I thought, like, these people that we were just out killing were here to kill me or get revenge on me.
So, like, you went to war, you came home.
Yeah. And then that's where I wake up. And then I'm somewhat not awake. I grab what I thought was a grenade on my nightstand. And I don't know if I actually grabbed anything or not. But I remember I threw it. And then all of a sudden I looked down. And my now wife, Taylor, is sleeping next to me. And I thought she was wearing a coat. And I thought this grenade had got hooked up on this coat. And I'm like, holy shit. I have no time to explain. Like, I literally just have to get this coat off of her. I'm grabbing at it. And I can't get the zipper. Obviously, she's not wearing a coat. It's actually a T-shirt. It's my T-shirt. And after about 1 second of trying to get a quote-unquote zipper off of this thing, I just, like, there's no time to explain. Rip her off of the bed. Grab the shirt. One smooth movement. I rip this shirt completely clean off of her. And then I pick her up and I go into what I thought was our entrance to get out. It was actually our closet. Then there was no door on the front of it. And I go around the corner and I'm thinking in my head, like, they boarded me in here. Like, there's no way out. So I just tuck behind the wall waiting for the grenade to go off. And then all of a sudden, like, 5 seconds goes by. 6 seconds goes by. 7 seconds. I'm like, shit, there's no grenade. Like, I might be sleeping right now. And then Taylor's just whimpering right there. I'm literally holding her in the closet. She's got no shirt on.
She just woke up, got her shirt ripped
She
off.
just
her.
woke
She's
up to
freaking
this.
out.
What?
She's like, no idea what's going on. She's whimpering, and I'm just like, I am so sorry. I do not know how to explain myself right now.
Dude, imagine how traumatic that is to be ripped out of bed, have your clothes ripped off of you, and being thrown in the closet.
Sounds kind of kinky, honestly.
Yeah.
I could get behind it.
And if you hear Taylor's side of the story, the whole time he was referring to a girl named Emily.
Oh, God.
Emily, we need to get out of here.
See,
Emily,
I don't remember.
we need to
Cody.
go.
I don't remember that part.
That
She
story
likes
went
to
from-
claim that.
That story
I don't
went from
remember that.
so good to
Yeah.
so fucked up.
I don't remember ever saying the name
Because
Emily.
now it seems like you created a very intense lie about your cheating sleepwalking.
That's exactly
what Taylor thinks.
She thought that immediately I had woken up and thought that my wife had just gotten home and that I had a different girl in my bed.
Fuck.
Trying to get my shirt off of her and put her in the closet to hide her was like what she thought.
That's way smarter than what you fucking bullshit story is.
That's why,
that
like,
makes way more sense.
I'm trying to explain to her.
So much more sense than it fucking.
Emily, we need to go now. Taylor's home.
I'm trying to explain to her while I'm also still in this state of adrenaline, this fight or flight. You know, I'm thinking I'm like trying to fight people that are trying to kill me, and then she's trying to tell me that my biggest problem is that she thinks I might be cheating on her.
You're sitting
Like,
there
there's
like,
no way.
I just
I'm saving
saved
your
your
life.
I pulled a grenade off of you.
It's a pretty good cover up, man. Honestly,
Yeah.
I believe this story.
Genius.
I believe the story for like 5 years until now.
This is going back to where he was
Yeah.
like, he's the best bullshit all the time. Like,
Yeah.
I would have never came up with that good of a lie about cheating on my wife.
Even if it was dream cheating, dude.
Yeah, so I mean, there's plenty of stories where I would sleepwalk in, but that was definitely the craziest. That's the first time I've ever like physically touched anyone else in a dream.
Dude, sleepwalking's some crazy shit. You ever sleepwalk, Kyle Rittenhouse?
Oh my god.
Oh, you weren't here. We already went through this.
When I walked in the door, I heard something about womanizer. And I'm like, fuck, what am I getting myself into? I can get behind this. And now we got Kyle Rittenhouse.
Apparently, Sam said there's some comments of people saying that I look like Kyle Rittenhouse, which
Hey.
I don't really see, but I guess it's not the worst.
Goddamn
thing you could
American
fucking call me.
hero. Depending on what side you are.
Oh, Lord. Even if it's not for your face, you're a recognized person.
Yeah.
So that works.
Word. No, I have no sleepwalking stories. I wish I did. I supposedly I talk in my sleep, but you can ask Brooke about it, but I don't believe it.
Dude, I've
She says
been
I just talk
around.
about like work, like stupid shit.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, fucking boom the truck up there.
That's what happens when you get older. That's your. I was gonna say I have woken up from some nightmares about work. About I thought I was in an excavator, and then all of a sudden I'm in my bedroom, and I freeze up because I'm like, don't move at all. I'm gonna take my walls out, like, and I sit there like in a.
Oh, you think
sleep-
you're in the
Yeah,
excavator?
and I sit
That's
there
really
like
funny.
sleep paralysis for a while
One of-
because like don't fucking move. Everything's gonna break. Like
One of our operators at work was just telling me that his wife was telling him that sometimes she'll wake up in the middle of the night and he'll be operating in his sleep. He'll be doing this with him.
Yeah, that's
That's
how good he
crazy.
is. That's how good he is. I pissed in a shoebox once. I pissed in the garbage can once.
No, we're talking about while you're sleeping.
Oh, while I'm sleeping? No, I don't do nothing.
Dude, I've been around people that have night terrors, and that's some scary shit,
Oh,
bro.
dude.
I used to have bad night terrors when I was a kid.
Just I've woken up to just straight screaming, fucking
Yeah.
a foot away from me, dude. That's terrifying.
That used to be me, dude. I feel so bad for my parents. When I was a young kid, wake up and I would just immediately just start screaming.
Dude,
I thought there was people in my room, like crazy.
yeah, last year when I was single, I probably like did this 2-3 times where I woke up and like I would see shit on the walls and stuff or like through the mirrors, but like not in my own eyes. And I cleared my house with a gun like 3 times last year. Like woke up freaking the fuck out, grabbed my gun, like, yeah. So yeah, thank God I wasn't living with someone at the time because I do the same shit Cody did. Like
Right.
every time I have woken up like with that crazy shit, I've never been sleeping with someone. So I guess I got lucky there, but
Yeah, like I said, that one time with Taylor is the only time, and every time after that, it's always been kind of in the back of my head. You
Yeah,
know,
like
it
chill the
doesn't
fuck
happen
out.
very much anymore, but I think it's always in points in my life where there's really high stress, really high anxiety, and that just like is directly correlating with it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure I'm drinking more too because around that time to kind of deal with all these other things, not sleeping much.
you wake up in like pure adrenaline rush. Like
Yeah.
you're in a situation, you wake up freaking highest and intense energy where you can't think, like fight or
Yes.
flight.
Yes.
You can't think. You have to get this done now. Like I can completely
Yeah.
relate to that.
I would say it's definitely like a superhuman kind of
Yeah.
experience because if I was telling these guys when I told Sam the story, if a grown man would have come through that door while this was all happening, I
would've fucked
I
him
would have fucked him up. I might have killed
Instantly,
this guy.
No hesitation. You would have, and that's. Yeah, I totally feel that too. And I don't know an insane amount about it, so I'm not going to go deep, but like dreams are so crazy. And like if you guys did an episode on dreams and shit, it would be wild,
Dude,
deeper
yeah.
meaning,
It's
subconsciousness and
insane.
shit. Yeah, it's crazy.
I've only sleptwalked, as far as I know, one time. And when I was in my college house in Bemidji, and apparently I don't know this for sure. I was sleepwalking, but I came out of my room. I went to the pantry, pulled down my pants, pissed right in the cupboard. And where I happened to piss in the cupboard was my roommate's shelf, and he just happened to be sitting on the couch watching me. So then he doesn't know I'm sleepwalking, but to me it should have been pretty obvious. So apparently I sat on the couch for 1 minute, said some crazy random shit, and then went back into my room, and they heard nothing. That's where I thought the story ended.
Oh, God.
So the next morning, I wake up, and my door handle's all fucked up. I can't even get it open. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I start freaking out. I'm banging on my door. My friend comes downstairs that whose pantry I pissed in, and he's like, dude, fuck you. Why the fuck are you waking me up after what you did? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, you pissed all over my food. I'm like, what? No way. He unlocks my door. I go look in the cupboard. Sure as shit, I pissed all over the floor. I thought it was over there. No. 2 weeks later, one of my buddies who was also there when I was sleepwalking with my other friend, he has a friend come visit town. And we're sitting on the couch having a good time bullshitting. And he goes, dude, that video where they poured piss on you, that was so fucking funny. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, dude, please, God, don't say anything. I thought you knew. Don't ruin, because his friend was visiting for the weekend. He's like, please don't ruin the weekend. I don't want shit to go crazy. So I'm sitting on this newfound fact I learned for about a week.
Oh, you're a stronger man than me.
Finally, because, dude, I didn't want to know. Like, it was just fucking with me so bad. So finally, I asked one of the kids that was there, and I'm like, dude, I'm not mad because I don't know what happened yet. I just need to know. Please tell me. And apparently, the two of them were pissing in this cup outside the back door for about a week. Because for some reason, they thought it was cool to collect piss. Well, my roommate, who was so mad at me for pissing on his food, apparently he thought I did it on purpose. So he broke into my room, poured week-old piss on my head, took a video of it, and never said a word. I confront my friend about it, and he freaks the fuck out on me. He's like, I know you pissed on my shit on purpose. You're a piece of shit. Your friends are pieces of shit. Just loses it on me. I'm like, motherfucker, you poured piss on me, bro. I should be bitching at you.
Yeah.
And from then on, man, never sleepwalk. Don't allow myself to, or you might get piss poured on
So was
your
that
head.
just straight up sleepwalking, or were you so drunk like you blacked out?
So that's the thing is that night specifically, I had about 3-4 beers, and then I was like, my stomach was really hurting. I went to bed early.
Yeah.
I thought that's how my whole night went. I thought I decided to go to bed early. I was a good boy.
Not enough liquor to forget you did some crazy
It
shit.
definitely wasn't a blackout.
I think we can all agree, all of us have had nights like that, where you wake up and you're like, hopefully I was sleepwalking.
Oh, yeah, dude. It was definitely
days like that.
It definitely wasn't a got fucking drunk all night and then blacked out and did some crazy shit. No, it was pure sleepwalk. And after hearing how I acted from my friend that didn't freak the fuck out when I confronted him, it was a classic case of eyes open sleepwalking, which is, it's hard for some people to wrap their head around that it's real, but that shit is real as fuck.
Oh, it's very
But
real.
also with no prior beef, like, did this dude really think that you just had the genuine hatred in your heart to go piss on his food?
Dude, that's
Who even thinks of that
This
in the
was
first
my
place? Like,
friend.
I'd go punch someone in the face before I pissed on their food.
This was my friend from high school, too. I'm like, dude, we've been friends since 3rd grade. You think I just decided to piss on your shit in front of you as the big fuck you? And he's like, yeah, I think you did.
It's so
I'm like,
unreasonable.
bro, you're just reaching at this point.
And when you finally had this conversation, it was like 2 weeks later, and he was still that worked up about it. Like,
dude, no, the thing is...
Do you think it was because of, like, do you think he had, like, a regret because he poured the piss on your head, and as soon as he got done, he was like, dude, that was really fucked. Like, I shouldn't have done that. So he was trying to justify himself doing that?
100%. He just could not own up to what he did, and when I confronted him, the thought of owning up and saying sorry was not an option.
Right.
And so it was either fight till the death, or I'm going to get over it. And I never got over it. We never talked for the rest of the year. It was a pretty awkward living situation, so thanks for pouring piss on my head, I guess.
hey, sometimes situations change your life for the better, man. Fuck that guy and his piss.
Yeah.
True.
Cheers to that,
Fuck
brother.
his piss.
Cheers to
He's
piss
actually
boy.
my friend again, so Cheers
Can
to
I,
being friends again.
Can I get a little bit of information out of you guys? So I haven't been here for it's been like 2.5 months or something. It's been a long time.
Might as well have been 2.5 years.
Yeah, a lot has changed. Well, I can tell some things have changed because I got this really deep burning question in my head of what the fuck happened after I left that it went so downhill that you guys are buying Miller Lite. Like, what the fuck is this?
Dude. We've taken some heat for this Miller Lite.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
What honestly, what's your thought process behind such a horrible decision?
Genuinely, I think it's just the last 2 weeks we've all texted each other, "Hey, make sure you grab a case of beer before you come," and no one grabs a case of beer.
So you're just
We're
left
slim
with
pickings.
shit.
We're kind of
Okay.
slim pickings. I'm not gonna
So
lie.
somebody brought this.
I did.
And you're
I
getting rid of
brought
it.
a 12-pack of bottles of Miller Lite because I was at just that one point in time that day. I was like, Miller Lite kind of sounds good right now.
I will say
Dude, it's a hard
the
day.
Miller Lights arrived before the Busch Lights ran out.
Okay.
Yes.
Dude, this fucking lying motherfucker sitting next to me, I was at that liquor store with him. I'm not letting him get away with, oh, I just felt like getting some Miller
did.
Lite one day. Nah, dude, there's been Miller Lite in here prior to that. This man's been slugging the Millers like it's his job. He loves Miller Lite. He's a
Exposed.
closeted Miller Lite drinker, and I think you need to admit it now.
I'm gonna give you 2 seconds to retract your last statement.
I understand podcasting is about stories, but you can't just lie about someone's whole life. Like
This is my career on the
Yeah,
line right
dude.
now, Sam.
you're gonna get him
See,
canceled.
He's now questioning me, and he's making people look at me as a liar, which is just as bad because he's the one sitting here lying. And I watched him purchase this case of Miller Lite, and he was skipping all the way out of the liquor store. He told me, I'm so excited to drink this Miller
That's
Lite.
very strange because I was alone when I bought this case of Miller Lite. Were you dreaming?
Bullshit,
Oh.
motherfucker. We went in together. You bought the case of Miller Lite. I bought a case of Natter Days.
Sam, we've retouched on the subject of Cody being the best liar and bullshitter 3 times within the last 20 minutes. You really think, is this the guy that you want to go up against right now? I'll support you, but I don't think it's the move.
Yeah, I'd like to see where this goes.
So I
No.
actually challenged Cody to a rap battle,
He did.
and he was so down for it.
Just immediately, I'm like, what's the format?
that I backed out. I backed out instantly. Dude.
He was the confidence got you.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
it got me so bad. I couldn't do it now. It's just not even an
got-
idea I'm gonna entertain.
right away.
He got in your head.
he's
It was
like-
a mind game, and he showed confidence.
did,
and you're like,
dude.
fuck, I'm not going to
Because
win.
I was so confident. I'm like, oh, I could get this motherfucker. And then he was like, yeah, I'm down. What format? How we want to do this?
Immediately, I'm talking logistics. I was like, is this in person? Are we pre-recording it? What's the deal here? He's like, actually, you're way too down. I don't want to do it anymore. Those are his exact words.
It was scary, bro.
Well, I'd say we spin a beat and we figure it out right now. On the fly, so nobody has time to think about it. That's a freestyle.
See, I feel like whenever I find myself trying to freestyle,
Here comes the bullshit. All right.
Here comes the fucking backpedal.
whenever I find myself trying to freestyle, I end up using words that I should not be using.
Oh, racial slurs.
Definitely not racial
Yeah.
slurs.
No,
I
that's
want to
Wall of
make
shame again.
That's the
I want to
only
make
thing
that very
would mean.
clear.
That's the only thing that would mean.
What
else can't you use?
What else could
would you
it mean?
use?
What else is off limits?
Gay slurs. I mean,
Okay.
hey, we're being real. I didn't say them. I don't want to say them. But when I get into a rap battle, my mind gets into that Eminem state. You know how old Eminem be.
Yeah, different
And
times.
I just can't. I don't like to see that self come out.
That generational trauma comes out in you, and you just go
100%.
off. Yeah.
Because for me, I look at myself as the most PC person that I'm associated with.
I
You
think
should
all of us
hear-
do.
You should hear this filthy fucking mouth off camera, dude. It's
Mm-hmm.
a fucking disgrace. I'm gonna actually start recording him and posting as much of it as I can.
Yeah, we had
I
to
would
pay.
love that.
We had to pay people to wipe the internet clean, like a lot of money of all the shit Cody said in the past.
Yeah, you can't find
hard.
anything that I've done wrong.
Dude, I will say when I first became a part of On Tap, I had to go scrub my Twitter a little bit. When 8th grade me was a little risque, bruh.
I think all of us were. Is it changing at times where
Yeah.
you know that if any of us got dug into deep enough, we're never coming out.
We've talked about this a long time ago on the pod. Would have been in the first like 4 episodes. Have you guys ever? You obviously just admitted to it. Have you ever deleted anything intentionally, being like, "This is off color now"?
100%, dude. I'm like you said, I already admitted to it. And if these two are gonna say they haven't,
I don't know about anything like off color, but I've definitely gone back and done like, why the fuck would you post? Like, you just look like an idiot. So then I deleted. I don't know if I ever posted. Well, I mean, I'm sure I probably have, but I can't recall a time where I went back and I was like, oh, that's fucking.
I've never. I shouldn't say never. I have for sure deleted at least one or two that just said something that was like, this is not okay for today's day and age.
Yeah.
In the time, it was funny, but now it's like not okay. But I purposely will leave all of the super cringy shit because every year on my Facebook memories, I love getting reminded.
Your Facebook memories are some of the toughest things I've
so
ever seen.
bad.
Cringe is incredible.
Cody, you actually inspired me to make more fun of my younger self. I used to get embarrassed of them. If it was really bad, I would delete it. But after seeing how you put yourself out there and you can laugh about your young self, it's one of my favorite things to do because I
It's a
was
different
cringy as
person.
fuck, dude.
I view it as a totally different person. I'm not that. That's not me. That's
Well,
not
and
me.
that's the thing with doing podcasts and stuff. And if you get to a certain point, people are going to dig into your past and they're going to call you out on things. And if you call yourself out and make fun of yourself, it's impossible for the haters or other people to put you down because you're already fucking with yourself.
Yeah, you already owned up to it.
You can't throw dirt on someone who's already muddy.
100%.
That's the thing. And that's why you got to have thick skin like me, especially in a relationship like I'm in,
thick, dude.
where your wife just shits on you 24/7.
Well, she's got to keep you humble or else that fucking head would grow too goddamn big.
True. There is that.
You guys in any group chats where they'll find some old pictures and Instagram posts and things like that, and they'll just randomly send it? Because I'm probably in 5 group chats with different groups of buddies, and I feel like I'm always the guy who wants to find dirt on someone else, because then like if they start talking shit, the first thing I'll do is just fire a stupid ass picture of them off.
Yeah,
And they always find them of me. I'm never good at finding them, but
See, I was gonna go the same route that you said. I am that guy that has just pictures upon pictures of my friends where, oh, you're gonna talk shit, boom, I'm gonna drop this picture, and if it's good enough, it's a conversation ender.
Right.
oh yeah,
Like I've got some fucking beauties.
I love responding to the hate comments on our Facebook posts with like screenshots of other people's like super awkward profile photos.
yeah, that's just
from
so
years
funny.
ago. You know, they'll say like, you know, these guys suck, and then what was one of them? What was that exact comment we were just talking about?
So one specifically, I was inspired to do this from Cody. So it was like the Megan Hale one, the cop, and I started out with Megan Hale, my girl, and the guy was like, my girl, yeah, right, buddy. And I found the worst picture of him, dude. I looked hard, and I responded. I said, you talking about this guy? Put the embarrassing picture of him, and he couldn't handle the heat, dude. He was like, you're so weird, dude, going through someone's... I think he actually referred to me as Mr. Go Through Someone's Facebook.
Oh God.
Jeez. But he took time out of his day to try to put you down when
Dude,
he has
That's
nothing
one of my
about you.
favorite things is these little
Yep.
trolls. They think like we're just a page where they can say whatever they want,
Yep.
and then they can move on. They
And they
might get
can't
likes
take it.
on it.
I think my favorite thing to read ever, and I say it in the group chat all the time, I'll be like, not everyone needs a fucking podcast, bro.
Yeah.
That shit makes
dude.
me laugh so
It
hard. I'm like,
fucking
dude,
drives me crazy.
because how good is your fucking podcast that
Yeah,
you just
right.
commented that?
To be like, dude,
Is your podcast super awesome? Should I go watch it?
We had a guy comment on a TikTok once about this is why everybody shouldn't have a podcast.
Yeah.
And I go on his page and he like sells collectible baseball cards and
Yes.
shit. And instead of commenting like fucking with him under our comments, I went on his videos and fucking messed with him on there. And he was just so put off. Like he was so down.
dude, it fucking
It's like fuck you.
They don't know how to handle it.
Yeah, it's like you started this shit. You're gonna get it back.
It's like
I don't
we're
care.
small enough, buddy. If I see these comments, I'm not letting it go.
Nope.
It's not like we're getting hundreds of thousands of them.
There's 4 of us on this page. We have time to fuck with you.
Dude, what I was showing Cody this one chick. It is insane. I think we might have talked about it, but it is too good. I want to talk about it again. I was going through a comment section and there was this girl. She was overweight. So am I. It's okay for me to say it. And she
Continue.
she said something. She posted like a thirst trapper, like this is why guys won't date me, and it had nothing to do with her weight.
Yeah.
So the guys were fucking laying into her.
The comments were brutal.
And I was looking into the comments, and there was this one chick where someone would make a hate comment, and she would go in, and she would find anything she could about them. So, like, one specific one, this guy commented something like, just mean. and he had his name as his username on TikTok. She comments back, "Hey Ethan, how is your grandpa dying in 2020? Hope it was fun. Say hi to your mom Linda for me. I'm sure she'd appreciate you fat shaming a girl online."
Yeah.
And dude, there was dozens of them where she took a hate comment, found everything about this guy, and just put it. Dude, there was one like, "Hey, how was finding
Your
Caroline
friend,
dead
yeah.
in the woods?"
Unresponsive, huh?
Holy
Like,
shit.
dude,
Wow.
I can't
Wild.
even imagine, dude. I commented at her. I'm like, "Wow, this chick's crazy." And she said something like, she's like, all these little boys think they can talk shit, can't handle it. And I said back, I was like, thank God I found this first so I never get on your bad side, because that shit would kill me, dude.
Well, and yeah, honestly, there's a certain TikToker, I wish I knew more about it just because this is perfect bringing into it, but there's a girl TikToker that other girls shame her on her messages. So as revenge, she searches out the girls that shame her, finds their husbands on Facebook, DMs them, and slides in their DMs and hits on them and ruins their marriage. Like,
Holy
will
fuck.
end their
Jesus.
fucking marriages because she's like, this is what you get for fucking with me.
Dude,
and she
that
goes
is
in deep.
insane.
It's insane, but also it humbles these people that honestly, it is a massive issue of people going online and thinking they can say whatever and no repercussions.
This is a great example of fucking around and finding out.
dude.
Yeah,
and
bro.
And losing your marriage because of it is 10 out of fucking 10. You
Yes.
fucked around, you found out.
I do love the thought of people that do the keyboard warriors getting a little payback.
Yeah.
I know if I see a hate comment and their profile picture is some kind of anime character and their username makes no sense, you know it's a troll right off the
Yeah,
bat.
because there's nothing tying them to an actual human.
Yeah.
And they do that shit on purpose.
Hiding behind an
it's
avatar.
crazy, dude. It blows my mind how I never comment on shit. I don't comment whether it's good or whether it's bad. So when somebody goes out of their way, when somebody goes out of their way,
was.
you got a little fly problem.
Yeah.
I thought it was a shadow on the desk. All of a sudden, it lifts off the desk. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
He started having
I'm
nightmares.
tripping out, dude. I'm
Cody's drunk.
sleepwalking right now.
Yeah, he was about a quarter second from ripping Sam's shirt off, dude.
Dude, that'd be some content right there. Shit.
Anyway, sorry for so rudely interrupting you with my hallucination.
No, it's fine. I forgot exactly what I was talking about. So you fucked up the
I
whole
was just
flow.
gonna talk about how I love to like talk shit back to trolls, but also like every once in a while I think it's a good time to fuck with someone. Only on Facebook and only if they're old.
And you'll troll them?
Oh yeah, just old people like. But I usually I won't do it on a post. I'll do it on another comment.
So you target a certain demographic.
fucking boomers, dude.
Dude, that's racism.
I think it is.
I don't think it's racist.
That's
No, I'm pretty
fucked,
sure it
dude.
is.
Ageism.
That's wow.
I don't care. It's fucking hilarious. It's so goddamn funny. And I'll only do it. I won't like go to someone's post and do it.
Right.
But like if an old guy comments on a post and it's something stupid, like my favorite thing to do is to just fucking fuck with him. It's my favorite. Like even if it doesn't pertain to me at all, it'll be a stupid group that I'm a part of on Facebook, and I'll see an old guy comment, and I'm like, this guy's fucking getting it today. You know what? I'm sick of him fucking talking down on everyone. He's getting it.
Dude, I did that shit when I was having a lot of snowmobile issues before the season started, and I would post it on a couple forums on Facebook trying to find answers, and there's always some fucking people that are, you should have bought an Articat or a Skidoo, fuck players. And I lit them up a couple.
Those are the
of
guys
them.
that I'm getting.
Yeah,
I'm not
those
getting,
are the guys.
Yeah, those are the guys that I want.
It's like, dude, I'm literally looking for help. Like, I'm struggling. I'm trying to advance in the sport that we're supposed to all be passionate about in this group. And there's always a couple people that are just fucked, and they deserve it.
Yeah.
To just be tore up.
My favorite one is like you'll be on a group like that and you'll ask a question and you'll see a comment that says, if you're asking that question, what are you even doing in this group? Trying to fucking learn is what would be my first guess, dickhole.
Yeah. I hate those people that don't want to advance their hobbies and stuff or like bring new people in and help them out.
The gatekeeping that what they like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, terrible. Terrible.
One thing that always drove me crazy is when somebody would get like a new truck or a new boat or something, and you always get those guys that are like, you see Cody's new truck?
Yeah.
So fucking lame, dude. I would never get that truck. It's like, dude, this guy just spent a lot of money getting something he likes, specifically what he likes, and you're just shitting on it for what?
Dude.
What's the reason?
It's like the daddy's money people.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
bro.
my God, dude. I posted a TikTok.
Must be nice.
Dude, that must be nice will fucking trigger me anything. If I'm with people and they're saying it to someone else, I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Did you
But
see the shirt? Oh, you go.
yeah,
You go.
I made a TikTok more towards the beginning of snowmobile season 2 of my buddy bought a new snowmobile, and it was just like us going to the dealership and buying a sled. And I said, shopping spree brought to you by peer pressure and bad decisions. And this guy put on there, says, more like sponsored by daddy's money. And yeah, and I just commented back and I said, the funny thing is I'm daddy. And that's it. But yeah, it's just those daddy's
it's
money. People. It's like,
outrageous.
we are 26-year-old fucking guys that all own our own houses. Like, the fuck are you talking about?
Did you see the shirts that Bodie made me for my race car this year?
Oh,
It's the picture of my Camaro on the back, and it says "Daddy's money," but I'm Daddy.
hell,
Because
yeah,
I made an
dude.
Instagram post that said that, and then he swiped up on it. He's like, dude, that's fucking badass. Like, said something about it, and I was like, dude, make me shirts.
Yeah.
And he badass illustration made my
So
my
sick.
car accurate, super good looking, and then just big Daddy's money, but I'm Daddy on the
Yeah, that thing's
So
fucking
sick.
sick.
That's
I
a
have
good
seen
line.
a couple
Yeah.
of his graphics. It's a great line.
So
Yeah.
fucking sick. Well, what do you think, boys? I think it's time to wrap this up here. Tyler, thanks for coming on as our
Dude,
special guest
absolute
for the
pleasure,
day.
dude. Complete
Absolute
surprise.
pleasure.
Can we actually cut like the past 20 minutes? Because I actually don't want to be on here now. So
yeah. We're just going to release a 20 minute.
yeah, we'll I'll let you guys reshoot it. I never should have came on here. This was a big mistake. I'll see you
No,
guys in another 3 months.
It's so glad to have you back, brother. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.